And let me show you how to do something here. First of all, let's apply the checker material. This is what I see on assignment 2, by the way. I only see the checker material, and none of these have, at least not that I saw, a diffuse map to it. So I don't know which one is it that you apply to the vest, but let's go back to the checker part. I'm glad that you turned this on because we need the two-sided option on. And let me put this to maybe 40, double it up, and maybe even more, maybe 50 or 60 even. Let's do that. Okay, so you're saying that you don't like this distortion, and I don't blame you because it doesn't look right, and it will look like it stretches the surface. So here's what I would suggest. I don't know if you were aware of this option, but let's go explore it. Go on polygon mode, right, or click here or on the icon here, and let me quickly switch to edge faces so that you can see where I'm clicking. I'm going to click on each one of those. You have 3 main big areas over there, so holding the control key down, I selected the 3 of them. And what I'm going to do is use this grow option over here. What that does, it selects whatever is right next to what you have selected. Okay, these shapes are kind of like a little bit like boxes, so we could try mapping each one by separate, or we could try a planar map and see how that works. So let's see how. I'm just going to keep clicking plus the plus sign, and I think that's about where you had it, if I'm not mistaken. If not, you can always click the minus and then kind of shrink it down to the previous level. Let's go to the UV editor and let's see where those faces are. Right there, they're kind of embedded in there, so that's probably why you get some distortion. The pelt is probably not the best option for the vest. It's the quickest. But it can cause, some distortion, like on the sides and this area here that looks a little pinchy. So let's see. You can always target certain areas separate using this technique. Kind of mapping the main thing and then breaking it down to smaller areas. So let's go to box map and see what happens. I usually hit either fit or the up axis, which is Z. So none of them are giving us a really good map. From where you see here, it's very distorted. So let's try the planar map and fit. Let's try X, Y, or Z. X seems to be working better. Let's see. X seems it works better for this one, but not for the other. Let's go take a look at what's happening on the UV editor. Okay. Okie dokie. There it is. You have that one piece that has been kind of separated or cut off from the other areas. And as, let's see, this one kind of resembles more what we're seeing. So I would use Y, because it kind of, looks more like what we're seeing here. The next step will be, well, first of all, unclick the projection so that we can do anything with it. And with the scale tool, I might just, scale it a little bit lower. And you see that it's starting to, have, better definition as we want. Try to see, in this case, scale it, resize it until you have, squares defined. So that will be the main thing. It's probably, there you go. That's kind of what we want to see, right? So what you do is then pretty much have the rest of the vest mapped, and then you have the buttons mapped over here, separately, and you can, select more or less. So look at the difference. I don't know if that's something that you think that works for you, but there's better placement, better distribution. On the same manner, you can do the same for any of these other parts. You can always select, one row of polygons here. I'm going to run out of time on this video, but and then do the same with the grow option that I just showed you, kind of keep building it up, okay?